What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Tuck Your Chin podcast. We got a huge episode here for you today. First, we're going to bring in my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, Will.
Hello, everybody. I'm back again. Hope you missed me.
And then our guest, the legend, Deez, Joey Deez.
I definitely missed you, Will. So if that counts for anything, yeah. But I'm back. Welcome. Thanks for having me, guys.
No problem.
Always enjoy being here.
Okay, yeah, so let's talk about wrestling. A disaster. Let's talk about Mania. Let's go around the circle.
Let's talk about what?
WrestleMania.
What?
The 2-night disaster in front of no people.
2 nights.
2 nights. I wasn't there.
Neither was anybody else. Will, you want to go first?
Well, yeah, sure, why not? Mania's being over 2 nights, in case you didn't know, or you've been living under a rock, or if that, you've been watching too much AEW recently. But here's the catch. Despite it being 2 nights, Gronk is still hosting both of them.
Oh, that's another thing we have to talk about. Yeah, let's just talk about Mania first. Yeah.
Right.
Ugh.
Before we even get into what he might do at Mania, just quickly discuss his entrance on SmackDown. What the fuck was that?
Trash, garbage, horrible, embarrassing, cringeworthy.
I thought he sounded like a monster.
Childish,
Just
way over the top, dumb.
Dude,
Listen. As a football fan, and as someone who hates the Patriots, I already hate this guy. So now you bring him in like that, and you don't even give me a chance to like him because you just made me hate him even more. By the time he got to the ring, I hated Rob Gronkowski even more than I already did. By the time he even got in the ring, from that 10, 15 foot short ramp that he had to go down dancing like a little child, I don't even know what he was doing.
He literally humped the post.
He did. He swiveled his hips around the ring post. He already disrespected wrestling in so many ways.
Like, I know we're self-quarantining nowadays, but there's better way to relieve yourself than that. Jesus.
Yeah, definitely, man. That was so bad.
Oh, not to mention his theme song sounds like something you'd hear out of Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yikes. I just thought they were going to use the NFL theme song, and that would have been bad, too.
Just put something more, like, rock on or something like that. Not something that you could see out of Dora the Explorer or iCarly.
So you're coming into the WWE, and that's what you're walking. Somebody gave you that music, or you picked it, one or the other. They either gave it to him, or he picked it, obviously. So if he picked it, stupid.
Then let's hear that Gronk is. I'm not sure what goes on in the NFL about the concussions areas, but
yeah, it's like you got too many then, man. I mean, and if they gave that to him and he agreed to it, then oh my gosh.
You're an idiot for accepting it. I'm sorry. Like, at least if you're going to have a theme song, don't get something that makes me want to change the channel instantly.
Right away, man. That's the same thought I had. And with no crowd there makes it even worse.
God. The fact that he was literally humping the post with no one around him.
It's like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it's like, if there was a crowd there, at least they would be booing him or cheering him. So it would take a little bit of the awkwardness away. But it was just like dead silent, this game room type music. I don't know what it was. It was like funk, disco, game room type. I don't know.
I don't even want to how bad it was. So let's move on real quick before.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Do we want to cover the elephant in the room first? Do we want to cover the big whole thing about how everything's being done in an empty arena right now, and just get our thoughts off about that first?
20 minutes each. Start with you, Deez.
So, obviously, through this whole pandemic and everything going on around the world, we are all aware of it. It's an unfortunate thing. It's a serious thing. It's an unfortunate thing. the NFL has been shut down. The NBA has been shut down. The NHL has been shut down. The MLB has been shut down. Multiple major events have been canceled, blah, 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 and so on, until an undetermined amount of time. Indefinitely, pretty much. And this is around the entire world, for the most part. But the WWE is the one, and this is where I give them props, the one big corporation that you can say that's like an entertainment type or a sport type business that has stood on its 2 feet the entire time through this whole thing so far, and they continue to do this and entertain us no matter what the circumstances are. And they did it through 9/11. They did it now. They do it. They run an episodic television show on Mondays and Fridays. Those are the days now. They run that every week, every year, every month, every year for years and years and years, and they're consistent with it. Whereas you've seen sports take breaks before for certain things, such as strikes or tragedies or things such as, this pandemic we're in. But they continued. So I give them props. I definitely have to give them props for that, and I'm so blessed as a wrestling fan, and we all should be, that we can still, with everything going on in the world, turn our televisions on and, still be entertained. It may not be the way we are used to or are conditioned to, liking every single night. Sometimes we don't like the show, sometimes we love the show, but right now we have to just be grateful that it's still on TV. They're not reruns. They might be full of a lot of, matches from the past and certain things from the past, a lot of backstage segments, but we have to be happy it's on. But with no crowd is where it's really tough for me, because it's just like you hear the echo of their voice in the arena, and you can hear like their footsteps walking down the ramp, and they're like looking into the empty crowd, and they're like getting on the top rope and posing and looking into the crowd, and it's just like rehearsal. Like everything feels rehearsal to me. Like I can't take it serious, and for it to be leading up to WrestleMania, I really feel bad for them. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for Vince. I do. I really feel bad for all them, because this is the biggest time in wrestling. Like, this could have happened at any other time, and we could have just looked back on it and been like, okay, whatever. Couple months, no crowd. They did what they could. But to lead the month leading up to WrestleMania, and then WrestleMania, and then probably, obviously, at least the Raw after WrestleMania, which is supposed to be the biggest Raw of the year, the SmackDown after WrestleMania, and going forward. Yeah, we're looking at a lot of big shows coming up here. We're talking about the build to WrestleMania, the actual show, and then the aftermath, which you guys, obviously, as wrestling fans, know. The first Raw and SmackDown are the biggest shows. The first Raw and SmackDown after Mania are the biggest Raws and SmackDowns of the year.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
This is where everybody returns, okay? First and foremost, this is where the fans go freaking wild. But think about, what the problem will be when they go to have someone return. And we've already seen it. We've already seen stars return in this whole... we saw Edge come out, and it was really unfortunate, because this probably will be his last match, and he has to wrestle it in front of an empty crowd at the Performance Center. WrestleMania is going to be weird. We all know this. So that's my take on this. I just don't know what else to say.
Will, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I agree pretty much mostly with Deez's points there about how it feels as if it's more. It feels as if in my opinion, the magic of wrestling, the crowd interaction is all that. It doesn't feel the same without it. And as wrestling fans, we should be at least grateful that they're still picking on shows. Because, again, no other sports company, no other industry can say that they've been through 9/11, they've been through pandemics, while still putting on new shows every week. Mm-hmm. The thing that gets me is people, right now, it's not the time to compare shows at all. Mm-hmm. Right now is not the correct time to compare shows. I don't care if you're an WWE fan, if you're an AEW, I don't care if you're...
Because they're all going through the same thing.
Yep. They're all going through the same thing. We're all going through this together. ratings can be screwed at the moment. I don't care when they announced that AEW had more ratings, and people. And I literally saw on Twitter people celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you celebrating?
I saw people still posting about it. Yep.
Why? Why? What's the need? Especially now, we're all going through such weird times in our lives. Now, we don't know how long this is going to last. This could last for at least another year and a half. Obviously, I don't think it will. Hopefully, we'll be okay by at least the end of the year. However,
AEW just started, and they're still continuing through this tough time. I mean, if you're not giving them credit for that, and I know a lot of people give them more credit than the WWE, but if you can't give somebody credit for doing this, then you're crazy,
Exactly. And I've said this to Johnny Clash as well, even when I was on the podcast with him. Wrestling is so unique, and I'm so grateful for wrestling and the fact that we can go through this all together and still have something to talk about. Even now, this podcast and right now, we are still talking about wrestling during this whole crisis. We can do. I remember, I'm from England. I like football as well. I like my music. I like all that. Literally, the English Premier League has been completely suspended. There is no football, nothing. And I'll always love football to dear my heart, but I'll always prefer wrestling, in my opinion, over football because of reasons like this. It will always give you something, no matter what. Now, whether you want to complain about it, it's completely your choice. However, you cannot take away what those men and women do for us. They put their bodies on the line in front of no one, regardless if you think that it doesn't feel right. They still put on a show for us. They don't have to do that. They can stay at home and look after their families. But no, they're here entertaining us.
Putting themselves at risk in the ring and backstage with viruses and, things that can be transmitted so easily in that business. Like, think about how close they are to each other, how they're working with each other in the ring, and how they're on the same mat. And, it's like they're at risk more than a lot of these people who are sitting home not doing anything, complaining about it. And I know there's a lot of people out there complaining about the way this is going right now, but like you said, man, at least they're still going.
They're still going. Let's not take that for granted, because who knows how long they can keep going for. But the fact they're still going now, let's not take sides. Let's enjoy what we have. Even stuff like, let's talk about real quick, Wrestle Talk show. I wanted to talk about that. Wrestle Talk's No Fans Monday. That was a brilliant show from Wrestle Talk and Will Ospreay. So I give my absolute hat to Will Ospreay and Wrestle Talk for that, because not only did they raise over £9,000, which is mental, they attracted 12k viewers live.
Wow.
Absolutely fantastic. And this is why I want to get back into this business. That's why I want to be back wrestling again, because I miss it, and people like them is the reason why this business keeps going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree, man.
that you guys
What do you
got
think,
my
Mike?
opinion. Yep, I
Yeah,
agree
go on.
with both of you. Yeah, I think it's better that they're still around than complaining. Would you rather there be something or rather there be nothing? I'd rather there still be wrestling than not anything on Mondays and Fridays. So yeah, that's all I got for that one.
With that being said, then let's stick on the WrestleMania point, but let's actually talk about the matches real quick. So there's 7 matches confirmed, I think.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
About
Yes,
Probably a couple more at the most.
Yeah. Now let's have a quick discussion about what do we think is going to happen, because there's been rumors and all that stuff might change because of obviously no fans in attendance and even filming multiple locations. Now let's start off with who should main event Mania.
Goldberg, Roman.
With fans, McIntyre, Lesnar,
100%.
and that's me being a Roman Reigns fan over anybody. But McIntyre, Lesnar, because McIntyre deserves his moment. But now with no fans, Goldberg, Reigns.
Yep.
Yeah. McIntyre again McIntyre has a soft spot in my heart, because again he's British and he's doing us all proud in the UK.
Dude, I hated him 2 months ago.
Did you?
I love him now. And that's what wrestling can do to you. And I thought that's what it was going to do. Not even that I thought it was going to do that with Gronkowski, but I was going to give it a chance, like I said, and he killed that. But McIntyre, I've always hated him, even as great as he is and as much of a heel he was, I just never really liked him. You know what I mean? And I think I told Mike this on a podcast before. He was never my guy. I never was interested in him. Even though I knew I was able to recognize his talents and I was able to recognize how good of a heel he was at the time, not a fan. Just never was. And then, he won the Rumble, man, and things just turned around. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too easy to persuade sometimes, but that was me with McIntyre. And I love this guy now. And in front of a crowd, man, I would have him main event Mania any day and beat Lesnar. But now I'm not quite sure he even wins at all.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. The thing is, with Drew, anyone from the UK scene, even after he got released from WWE or before, we all knew him as Drew Galloway. We all knew exactly what he could do. We knew his personality, and unfortunately, as much as he was a great heel, people in the States, like you guys, for example, weren't seeing that. And and a couple of us in the UK, we can definitely back that up in terms of we've seen what Galloway can do. We want to see the real. And the WWE finally have been doing that, and look where he is now. He's the top babyface on Raw. He's the main guy. Yeah, definitely, man. And I don't know about you guys, but I think he's killing it. Yeah. He's absolutely killing it, and his people are generally loving him. I'm not yet, anyways, because if they turn on him, I will be pissed. But
yeah, no, hey, look, I was telling everybody after the Rumble that watch. This guy's going to get cheered, man. He's going to be loved. And right then and there, I mean, it turned right from there, man. And I love the dude. I just feel bad for him because I think now he doesn't even win. I mean, you can't waste that title win in an empty crowd. You can't. No. Unless that's one of the matches that's filmed somewhere else.
I don't think so, but I do think McIntyre will have another match. This won't be the only match at all.
At Mania?
No, probably not at Mania. So this match will happen. Whatever happens, but they're going to have a second match, in my opinion. They're not going to just leave it here.
Oh, no doubt about it. He's got to once the crowd comes back, they got to do that match.
Oh, 100%. McIntyre will win regardless.
Lesnar has to keep it until then. If they waste McIntyre's win in front of an empty crowd, then there will never be that pop again. He in front of a crowd, there will never be that true natural pop if it was really his first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or they could just do Rollins and make him win and then lose it in the next 2 months and win it back at SummerSlam. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, but winning it back is not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same as winning it for the first time. That's why for me, if I'm writing this thing up, Lesnar's got to win because you can't waste it.
Want McIntyre to win so badly.
I do too, man. It's not. I don't think it's going to happen now.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, I think. But he will.
And I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to happen in front of an empty crowd. I want this dude to get a true natural pop for when he finally reaches the top.
Exactly, and it will happen this year, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to happen in 2 months, man. People are going to be. Things are going to be back in a couple months.
Right. And now, quickly moving on to Goldberg versus Roman Reigns.
Me and Deez talked about this. This is so predictable, but it might be the same way that they're doing with McIntyre and Rock. So I think Roman's gonna win, but I'm not sure.
McIntyre and Rock?
No, Brock. Yeah, I don't know. If it's if Roman Reigns winning the title in the empty arena is a good thing too. So
I don't think it's a good thing either. I think they're backed into such a corner now where they have to change pretty much everything they were going to do. I mean, we're not there yet, but how about Shayna Baszler?
That's another one. So,
yeah, man, a Roman Reigns fan here, as a Roman Reigns fan, I'm rooting for Goldberg here because I don't want Reigns to win in front of an empty crowd. This is his win. This is like I was telling Mike on the last show we did. This is Reigns' redemption story from cancer. Like, finally. I mean, it's been a couple years now, or a year and a half, but yeah, it's been just a little over a year, actually. And this is his final, like, he hasn't gone back for the title since then. His big focus was coming back, being grateful, being an in-ring competitor again, and just being grateful to have, you know, a career and a life in front of him. But now, and he even said it in the beginning when he came back, he said, I'm not here for the title, you know, that'll be somewhere down the road when I'm ready. And he did everything, you know what I mean? And he did everything. He had a big long feud with Corbin and finally beat Corbin there to finish that feud up. And now it's supposed to be his big moment coming off of all of that. And what, you're going to have him win in front of an empty crowd?
No.
I just don't see what else they can do. Goldberg coming down the ramp the other night on SmackDown with no crowd was so weird. The Undertaker coming down the ramp with no crowd.
Fastest I've ever seen Undertaker move, mind you.
He ran down there, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't think he wanted to be there at all.
No. And he looked like Dead Man Walking. Old, like Attitude Era Undertaker.
That big evil Undertaker.
Yeah.
And also, let's just quickly mention the fact that if a title change was to happen, it would be more likely to be Reigns Goldberg. But either way, I agree with you. I don't think Goldberg will hold it long, but he can't lose it now. He can't lose it now. So yeah, with that being said,
if they had a crowd in a normal Mania, did you still have Goldberg, or did you think Reigns?
I'd have Roman.
Oh, no, Reigns easily.
Yeah, definitely. So we all agree on that. But we all go back on the Goldberg thing now, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's probably going to happen.
Yeah,
Yep.
Goldberg's going to win that.
Yikes.
Well, we have some... I can't even believe I'm saying this match is happening, but The Undertaker versus AJ Styles.
That's another one.
Man.
That's another one.
You can't have... This is Mania, and it's The Undertaker. No crowd.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
AJ Styles and The Undertaker. Who would have thought we'd be seeing this?
We're getting this match. We're getting this match, finally. And it's in front of nobody.
No. Nobody.
I can't stress that enough.
I don't know if
AJ Styles is
going to be Mania. There's no pyro. There's no special entrances. There's no one.
No celebrities. No celebrities.
No.
Gronk doesn't count.
No Hall of Fame. No, Gronk's not a celebrity in my opinion. He's an idiot. After that entrance.
Oh my God, that entrance.
No Hall of Famers, man. No Hall of Famers.
There's not even a Hall of Fame this year. Like,
that's what I'm saying,
and
Mike.
no takeover. Like, this is a house show for all I care about.
You're not going to see The Rock, probably. You're not going to see Hogan, maybe. You're not going to see. I don't picture him coming out in front of no crowd. You're not going to see, like, Ric Flair. You're not going to see legends, man. Like, you're not going to see anybody because those guys are probably all going to be home protecting themselves.
You're going to see The Fiend coming out to no one. Literally no one.
Oh, that's another one. All right, so what do you guys have for Undertaker Styles?
Right, I've got AJ.
I've got AJ. It's got to be AJ. Undertaker posing in the ring after he wins in front of no one? Yeah, that's going to kill me. I'm going to be like, I can't do this anymore.
Imagine this is his last match.
In front of no one. That would be
It won't be. He won't do that. He'll wrestle again.
Please, next WrestleMania, if there's people, like, just do this whole card all over again.
Oh my God.
Firstly, Undertaker will be 56 next year by that point.
That's
yeah.
happened to Vince. He's still booking him.
Yes.
He'll keep going, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Taker goes another 5 WrestleManias.
He probably will. We'll probably get
Probably.
a Sting match eventually as well.
He'll probably get what?
The Sting match. Sting versus Undertaker.
Oh, man. Yes.
In front of people.
I don't care.
In front of people.
Yeah.
In front of people.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Gotta have that match. Alright, so what's next?
Yeah,
Fiend
moving
Cena?
on. Fiend Cena, yeah.
Fiend.
It's got to be Fiend because Cena needs to go to Hollywood.
Right. Now, I wouldn't say he needs to go to Hollywood.
He wants to go to Hollywood. He wants to go to Hollywood.
Here's the thing. If it was normal Mania in front of a crowd, it would have to be Fiend. But I think there was still the chance that they buried the Fiend with Cena again and have Cena win. But now that there's no crowd, it has to be the Fiend. Because if it's John Cena winning in pretty much a pointless WrestleMania, and I don't mean to say it's a pointless WrestleMania, but it almost is.
Yeah.
Because, like we said, the whole card's changing because they want to do everything in front of a live crowd. So if they have Cena bury the Fiend in front of a crowd, that's one thing. But if they do it in an empty arena at a Mania that means nothing, then I'm pretty sure that Vince McMahon has absolutely zero faith in Bray Wyatt if he buries him at Mania this year. So the Fiend needs to win. The Fiend needs to win. Fiend needed to win any type of match, but he needs to win this one for sure now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Will. You were about to say something?
Oh, no, so I was going to say, like, yeah, the Fiend's got to win. My only concern is, will John Cena... Like, I'm not concerned about Cena putting no one over. Like, let's be honest here, guys. John Cena has put a lot of people over recently. There's no question about whatsoever.
He's put over everybody he's ever faced in his career. I mean, just by his name being John Cena. Like, anybody who's ever been in the ring with him, he's putting them over right there. If he's selling for him, he's putting them over. If he's losing to them, he's putting them over. I mean, who is...
The fact that John Cena mentioned names like he did on Friday, like mostly from NXT, they were like, Velveteen Dream, Rhea Ripley. Drew McIntyre was actually one of the names as well, so he's definitely going to be fine. You know, like these big names, Ciampa. The fact that Cena himself said this, and he's been known to like be a very good supporter of the Velveteen Dream.
You know they have faith in him, yeah.
They have faith in what John Cena says, and so if John Cena said something, then they're going to take it. My only concern is that if the Fiend wins, and hopefully he does, will he still keep that level of mystique to him?
I hope so. I mean, there's so much more they can do with him that they haven't done yet.
We've seen him lose now, isn't it? We've seen him lose to a shit jackhammer.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I mean, like, he survived the Hell in a Cell.
He survived getting tossed off a stage in front of pyrotechnics. I can't even say it.
You'll get it eventually. Go for it.
You'll get it.
Pyrotechnics. There we go. Dyslexia.
Sometimes you just got to split it up into 2 words.
Exactly. Dyslexia, kid. It's fantastic. But, yeah, he got into pyrotechnics. Fuck! Yeah,
you did it again.
I know. I did it again. But, yeah, so he got into an explosive, and he rose up from it.
But he stayed down for a 3 count to a jackhammer, a shitty jackhammer.
I call bullshit.
For a title.
I call bigger bullshit.
How's he not kicking out of that? He kicked out of so many other things.
He kicked out of 11 curb stomps.
Yeah. And he would have probably kicked out of the he would have kicked out of the sledgehammer to the toolbox, to the chair, to the head if they didn't stop that match.
So this is what the problem is already. I'm already laughing about it, but that's part of the problem. I'm laughing at the fact that we've seen him lose in such a stupid way.
Well, that's why I said to Mike, I wouldn't be surprised if he lost this match.
Neither would I, but I'm still going with the Fiend, hopefully.
I'm going with the Fiend, yeah.
Fiend all the way. I think that, like... So, my opinion is, if Fiend loses this match, I think Bray's getting another character. Because think about it, when Bray lost to Cena, he got the Fiend character. Well, eventually, it grew, the birth of the Fiend. So if he loses this one, is he just going to go back to that Bray Wyatt? You know, the cult leader? I really don't. Just Fiend needs to win. That's my last.
It's not a bad shout, to be fair.
Just like...
I don't know. He needs to stay the Fiend, though.
Yes, but like, if he loses, I want something good to happen with the Funhouse. Because they said this could be the best character yet, and I'm waiting for other things.
Maybe he burns it down himself as the Fiend. He burns the Funhouse down, and then there's no more fun Bray Wyatt anymore. It's just all the Fiend. That's what I would do.
That's actually true. That's a good point.
Because John Cena again. Yeah.
Yeah, losing John Cena again, like get rid of that silly, like maybe that'll get rid of his like silly character as like his playful self, and he'll just turn into a full-on dark. Maybe that was their way of like fully turning him completely dark. I don't know, because like my thing is I like the split personality thing with the Fiend. I always have, and I'm a huge Bray Wyatt fan.
Yeah.
But the thing with like the Funhouse, as much as it's entertaining, I don't think it needs to be done anymore. I think it just needs to be like the Fiend needs to be more demonic and like dark, and there needs to be different. Just like instead of like the lights turning off all the time and him showing up in the ring or on the ramp, like we need to see some more stuff, like him terrorizing people backstage and off site.
Yeah, that's the one thing. That's the one thing, sorry, as well, that I'm a little bit bugged about with Bray Wyatt's Fiend thing, is that we only get to see Funhouse Bray on the screen. We always see Fiend Bray when the lights go out, but it's always that same pattern, isn't it? Yeah. It's never it's never Bray out on the ring. Like, I want to see Funhouse Bray as well in the ring. I don't always want to see the Fiend every single time.
He fought Funhouse Bray.
Yeah, Funhouse Bray.
Daniel Bryan.
And I enjoyed that.
He came out last week on SmackDown with no crowd as Funhouse Bray.
Yeah.
Exactly. I enjoyed that because it was, in my opinion, it's more mysterious seeing Funhouse. It's different,
yeah. It's predictable when every time he's on the screen, then the next thing is lights are going to go off and then the Fiend's going to be in the ring. Because it was obviously a pre-recorded video.
I agree. Yeah. Right, let's move on to the next match, which technically hasn't been announced, but I think it has been, but I can't remember. The next match will be Edge versus Randy Orton.
Last man standing.
Last man standing. Who've you got and why?
Go ahead, Mike.
I need Edge to win this because didn't he sign like a contract to do a lot of more matches? I think he did. So I think it would make sense for Edge to win, but Randy might win because it's in front of no people. So do a rematch.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Edge still because I don't know if he's going to continue after this. Maybe he will. I didn't hear anything about that, but I'll take your word for it. But I think it still should be Edge.
Yeah.
Because why not? It's not like Edge has never won in front of a big crowd before, It's like McIntyre hasn't won a big match like that in front of a crowd. Reigns has, but he's gotten a mixed reaction. So it's not like that. This is different. Edge has done his thing. I think just stick with what they're going with, and I think what they're going with is Edge winning. And, it should be Edge. And I love Edge, and I just feel bad for him that he's got to come back to this.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. But
it'll be a great match, though. I can't wait to see that because they've had some classics in the past, and I actually was there for one of their best matches ever. If you get a chance, look it up. Vengeance 2004.
That's a good one.
They had an Intercontinental Championship match that night, man, and it was pretty back and forth the entire time, and it was just an awesome match. It's one of the matches that I've seen live that sticks out. Like a lot of matches I've seen live don't really stick out in my head. That one does. A few others, but that one really does. And Jeff Hardy winning the U.S. title. I think it was 2 years ago for the first time was a match that stuck out. But check that match out. Orton Edge Vengeance 2004 IC title, and that was Orton going in as the champion.
You heard it there, folks. If you haven't heard that match, then check it out. But with that being said as well,
WWE Network only $9.99.
Exactly. Free plug, WWE.
You get like a free month free. You could subscribe and get a free month free. So pretty much just subscribe and cancel it at the end of the month, and resubscribe and get another free month, and do that every month.
That's what I did. That's exactly what I did, to be honest. But with that being said, I'm going with Edge as well. Right, next match, the NXT Women's Championship match: Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
Who's going first? I'm just waiting for someone to say someone's name. Me?
I don't have much to say about this, honestly. Rhea Ripley will win.
Yeah.
Because why should she lose?
I
think she was gonna win anyway. She's already the champion. It's not a huge win for her. I mean, it is a huge win for her. She's facing Charlotte, but she's already the champion, so it's not a title win.
Yeah.
So, Rhea.
Yeah, like not much else other than that. I agree. It's funny to me because this match hasn't really. I love NXT, but this match hasn't got me excited at all.
Nope.
Me either.
I love Rhea Ripley.
Nothing with Charlotte gets me excited. Nothing with Charlotte gets me excited.
I'm not a huge fan of Charlotte.
Me either.
But I can appreciate her talent, so that being...
Yep.
Still good for Rhea Ripley. Right, next match, which was just announced on SmackDown.
Wait, who did you have, Mike?
Sorry, Mike.
Because it makes no sense. Charlotte Flair winning the NXT title. So yeah.
I mean, that would make sense to me because she could definitely go there.
Yeah, in terms of wrestling and like character-wise, yeah, 100% she could go there. But in terms
Why
of
not?
A big name for herself now, like she's 10 times, man. 10 times she's won a women's title.
Oh, she's gonna win more. So buckle up and get ready. She's gonna win a whole hell of a lot more.
Thanks to the product of Ric Flair's semen.
She might catch up to our Truth's 24/7 title reigns, which is like 35.
36 or 37.
Oh, yeah. What? It's probably 40 now. It's probably happening right now on YouTube somewhere, and we don't even know it.
Yep.
Oh, wait, no, not with the virus. No, never mind.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've met Truth twice on Instagram, so it'd be funny. I just like win the 24/7 title. But yeah, next match, which was announced on Friday, which was the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Now, if I can remember who's actually in the match, that'd be great. Bayley, Sasha Banks.
6-way?
Yeah, no, 6-pack challenge, yeah. An elimination.
Yeah. Dana Brooke. And Naomi. Yes, I got it right. Who have you got and why?
Not Tamina.
Nope, not Tamina either.
Not Naomi.
Nope.
I'm just going to run down the list real quick. It won't be Tamina. It won't be Naomi. It will not be Dana Brooke.
Nope.
Who?
Who's the other one besides Sasha?
Bayley? Lacey?
Oh, yeah, Lacey. It could be Lacey, but it won't. And it will not be Carmella because she's not in the match for whatever frickin' reason. And it's probably going to be Sasha, and I hope it is.
Oh, God, is it Carmella or Lacey Evans? I can't remember who it was. But one of those two.
Lacey.
Yeah.
Why is Carmella not in this match?
That's a shout. Why isn't she in the match?
Wait, she's not on SmackDown? I thought she got traded to Raw.
No, Carmella's on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah.
She quarantining?
Yeah, I haven't got much to say about this match real quick, so I'm just going to say my prediction. I reckon it might be Sasha Banks, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm moving on. Yeah, this match is exciting. Moving on, though, to the Raw Women's Championship match. Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. By God, have they fucked up the storytelling to this match.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Is there even a story behind this? Like, didn't she just, like, bite her on the neck and become a vampire?
She bit her on the neck. Yeah, that was it.
Oh, I guess
no, you bit me on the neck. I have O-positive blood. You're going to get a fight at WrestleMania now.
And then you won an Elimination Chamber match that nobody else had a chance at winning.
Right. That Elimination Chamber match, not because of who was in it, but just in general, was the worst chamber match I think I've ever seen. Worse than that December to Dismember match. Worse than that Ice.
Yeah, I knew she was winning because she couldn't have faced anybody else at Mania. She already faced everybody else.
Like, oh my God, like, it's not even a matter of who she was going to face. It was a matter of...
But I was looking forward to this match.
Yeah.
Regardless of not much of a story, I was looking forward to the match. But again, now that there's no crowd, yikes! Like, does Shayna win? Still?
I guess go for it. Like, was she gonna get a big reaction if she won it in front of a crowd?
I don't know.
Was she getting a big reaction when she was on Raw? With people? No, not really.
Well, she got booed pretty heavily when she bit Becky. But other than that,
when she had that match against Kairi Sane, did anyone give a shit?
No one gave a shit. No, nobody cares.
So I don't think anyone's gonna give a shit if there was a crowd or not a crowd. So just put it on her.
So she might be the title change that happens without the crowd.
Yeah,
sure.
I'll go with
it could be SmackDown title could change too. We might see both women's titles change probably.
Hopefully.
Yeah, with that being said, I am actually going to go with Shayna, only because it's been shit. It's a shit show.
Yeah.
Shit show, I can't deny it. Right, next match, and I think the final match, because... Oh, sorry. Your predictions real quick, guys.
No, for that match, Shayna.
Shayna.
Cool. Right, for the final match, I think it was. That's been announced anyways. Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens.
Oh, you're missing one other one.
Oh, is there one I'm missing?
There's one more that was just made. Corbin and Elias.
Elias, I can't be asked to talk about that. That's not interesting to me.
What was the other one that you mentioned?
Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. That's the last one we're going to talk about.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Exactly.
Yikes! I don't even know. I don't know.
We got this guy thinking he's like Jesus, and then there's this guy like just stunning people. Like,
I love Kevin Owens though, so I love Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. Imagine the moment we could have had with Kevin Owens and Stone Cold at Mania.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
No crowd.
They could have both double teamed Rollins after the match.
Fuck like Corona.
Rollins could have been there with Murphy and AOP beating down Owens after the match, and we could have saw Stone Cold come out, and they could have stunned everyone.
Yeah,
that would be a party, you know.
And then you could have had Owens stun Austin.
Yeah.
During the beer celebration. Come on, man! Like that's a Mania moment right there that we're not going to get.
No, but yeah, that would have been awesome. Unfortunately, we're not going to get it. But being said, the storyline has been pretty good, but it's been a little bit repetitive in terms of KO getting attacked and jumped all the time.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm actually kind of enjoying it because it is Rollins does this Jesus type character is actually quite good.
Yeah.
He's shaking people's hands.
For making that work.
He's shaking people's hands, like coming down the when he enters. Well, that's when he had a crowd. He would just shake random people's hands.
One thing though, I want to know.
He was?
Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I want to know real quick though is, why does he wear one glove?
Because he's shaking people's hands and he doesn't want to catch this virus.
But he wears one glove?
Yes.
I don't know. That's what I was wondering when he first came back to this heel character type thing. And I think if you look back, he used to do it when he was with the Shield.
He had two gloves on for that one, but...
Did he?
Yeah.
Two for that.
How about after he broke up with the Shield? Did he take one off and leave one on? I think he...
No, didn't do that. Like, that's why I'm so confused about it. Like, why do you have one glove? Are you cold or are you not? Tell me, which one are you?
Yeah. Or are you Michael Jackson?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but that makes Owens to win at Mania.
Owens,
yeah, I think Owens should win.
We agreed on like everything so far. I think that's a good
It's a good sign.
Yeah, it's a good sign. Okay, so let's talk about other stuff in the wrestling world. What is there?
Hold on, we didn't talk about Corbin and Elias.
I did. I briefly went over it. I told me your prediction, and then
predictions. Oh, I didn't get it. What did you guys predict on that?
Elias, I guess.
Corbin.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I like Elias, but I think it's going to be Corbin because he's been pushed, man. Like, he's been pushed for a long time now, and he doesn't have a big win like that, so maybe Mania.
I mean, he
Very true.
Kurt Angle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What am I talking about? Oh, wow. Was that last year at Mania?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. That must have been, that must have been pretty bad.
Don't worry about that, man. We'll forget you said that.
No, we want to forget about that. That match should have never happened. It should have been Angle and Cena. But I don't remember that match much at all. That's a shame. He beat Angle at Mania, huh? Yeah, that's bad.
The only thing I remember from that match is Kurt Angle trying to do the moonsault and him nearly breaking his neck. But regardless.
Again.
Let's just move on.
Okay, so wait, Corbin got his win last year. So it's Elias.
Yeah. I guess so.
It's got to be Elias. Hey, how predictable things are, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on. What else is going on in the wrestling world?
Well, I just wanted to, if you didn't mind, real quick, I just wanted to cover two small things outside of that still have to do with WrestleMania.
Go for it.
One is no battle royals, so no Andre and no women's battle royal.
Nope.
Because social distancing and etc. And cruiserweight title.
Did that like brand die, or is it still going on?
Does that? That's what I wanted to know. I didn't know if it caught the virus, or I don't know if it was still like a part of the show, or if it was going to have it. Does it have a chance to be a part of it?
Probably not. I mean, Jordan Devlin's the current NXT Cruiserweight Champion, so who knows? He's high on Triple H's radar.
So they're looking at that more as like an NXT title full on now, just so it probably won't get any shine. Yeah, it's probably just going to be like, it would have been probably a takeover.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where it would have been.
Gotcha.
That was cruiserweights on the main roster. That was brutal.
But look at what they're doing with them now, and not as cruiserweights. Yeah. Like Drew Gulak and Murphy and
Leo.
Ali?
Ali's probably been Mustafa Ali's was the breakout in that sense.
Oh.
Where's he been?
Can I cover something? Oh, yeah, go for Ali first, and then I'll go. Go for it.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I haven't seen Ali in a while. I see him on Twitter and stuff, posting stuff, videos and things, but he's been out for a while.
Yeah.
I think he's injured.
Yeah.
Okay.
Must be sure.
Yeah. So let me. Okay. So.
Oh, and then we have one other Mania thing, but go ahead.
Oh, so every show there's this blue flashing screen. What do you guys think?
Bray Wyatt. It's Bray Wyatt.
It can't be. It's got to be Killer Cross or Ali.
No.
Or Ali.
No.
Blue flashing screen. It goes, and then it like.
It's like, do you see it? Did you see it on SmackDown during the main?
I know which one Mike's on about. It's not the Bray Wyatt like lights go out thing. It's like a blue circle light. It's like a glitch thing. That's Mustafa Ali, I think.
Yeah. No. I know what you're talking about. Wait, Mike, are you talking about like when the screen just like fuzzes out real quick and turns blue?
Oh yeah. That one.
And it says like it shows the SmackDown logo real quick, and it makes like a little noise. Is that what you're talking about?
Nah, there's like a circle.
Do you know what I'm talking about though? Do you know the thing that happens and it leads up to like Bray Wyatt at the end of the night? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but that's not the one.
So that's not it. I don't know what you're talking about then.
It's like it happens. It's like a glitch. It's like someone, but it's blue and it has like a circle and then it was a black one show, like showing something. Will, help me here. I need help. You speak my language.
You know what Mustafa Ali has on his like right hand when he like shows the light?
Yeah.
Something similar to what that looks like, and it's like glitching out the screen and it goes around. So I think that's Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, because
when's this happening? Like during matches and stuff? Yeah. When's this happening?
Yep, during matches, during promos. Anytime.
On SmackDown?
Every brand. Raw, SmackDown, NXT.
What? I'm missing this, man. I watch every show from beginning to end. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's gotta be Ali because Killer Cross is getting his little promos in NXT with the snakes and the skulls. So,
yeah,
could it be heel Ali? Heel Ali sounds good to me.
Why would it be heel? Like, what about it is making you think it's heel?
He's just like hacking the show. Would a babyface do that?
Yes.
Well, he could just be like his light coming through. It could be like a face thing too, because he always talks about like shining the light on people. Maybe it's like his light. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely. I feel like it is Mustafa Ali. It's not a heel turn because he's the nicest man in the world. Yeah, that's what I got to say about that one. I think it's Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up after. That's interesting.
Go for it, Mike. What were you gonna say?
That's what I think. That it's Ali, and then Killer Cross is doing his stuff in NXT with Scarlett Bordeaux. They're gonna do a thing because she hasn't come yet. So
Killer Cross.
She needs to hurry up.
Yeah. Her and Killer Cross would be like dominant if like Undisputed Era go up after Mania. Well, like go to Raw or SmackDown, they could be the next big thing. That's my opinion because they're talented, both of them, separate and together.
Do you think they're gonna bring anybody up or debut anybody or make any returns with no crowd, or do you think?
It just wouldn't be a normal Raw SmackDown after Mania if there wasn't. That's how I see it.
But how would it be if like Undisputed Era debuted the night after Mania with no crowd?
The no people in the crowd and just attack someone? That would be brutal. It would just be like they're begging.
But as much as it would be a like a buzzkill to see them debut with no crowd, that first time they do come out with a crowd might be that much more of a pop.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just because it is a debut and it's not so much like a title win, which is the title wins I would hold off for a crowd. The debuts I guess you can go with because there is going to be that initial pop like when they come out during, a crowd with a crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But in my opinion, if you're going to do a return this year after Mania, I wouldn't have an Undisputed Era just yet. Only because I would want them to go in the crowd first, because everyone they were, etc. I'd rather them get that big moment. But with that being said, I still wouldn't mind either if they did debut without a crowd.
Mm-hmm. As long as they do it right. As long as they do it right. If they don't mess them up, then it's good.
Right.
You can do like a Velveteen Dream debut with no crowd.
Oh my god, and I can only imagine Velveteen Dream's debut on the Raw.
Because he wouldn't come out and people wouldn't like pop loud for him. They would just pop kind of like,
oh shit.
I don't know, he has a different, you know what I mean? He has a different type of pop.
Yeah. I don't think, maybe Matt Riddle? That would be, no. Maybe.
No, Matt Riddle.
No?
Nah.
Some NXT could go up. Ciampa or Gargano. It's just like a matter of time. It's just a matter of time for them.
They could go in no crowd too.
Yeah.
Because they've already been there.
But they can't have a match with no crowd. If it's them like facing each other, it can't be without a crowd. Because the shit they do, it's just insane.
Yeah. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah. It is.
Raw tag titles, the Street Profits, they'll probably defend in a multi-man match, multi-team match, I should say. SmackDown tag titles, I guess the winners of the Usos and the New Day face them. Morrison and Miz.
I completely forgot about those titles. That's how bad it's been.
Yeah, I know. I thought about them.
They were so good their first run. What happened? They were like good in 08. Wait, it was 11, right? 2011?
That thing they did the other night was pretty funny, though, where they were making fun of the Usos and New Day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was good, but then Otis destroyed him.
Oh, that was great.
That was amazing.
But they're probably going to face the Usos at Mania, because my guess is... Oh, see, here's another one. the Usos have never had their 2-on-2 WrestleMania match on the main card. And I think this year was their time to do it and win the titles. And I think now, man, that sucks. I'm a huge Usos fan, always have been. I believe they're the best tag team in the WWE. In my time, I mean, I've seen some great tag teams, but in my time, most consistent as far as a team goes, like without never breaking up, or Usos, definitely. And unfortunately, I think they're not. I don't know. They might still win, but it just sucks that they won't do it in front of a crowd again. I mean, because they've never, in all the years they've been there, they've never had a 2-on-2 WrestleMania match on the main card. And that's big for a tag team, man. I mean, being in a multi-team match it's like being in a Fatal 4-Way or a Fatal 5-Way or a 6-pack challenge. Like, if you're someone competing at WrestleMania, I'm pretty sure you don't want to be out there with 5 other people at the same time, you know?
It's like
it just takes away.
It's like John Cena in a 6-pack challenge at Mania. Like,
yeah, I mean, you're never going to see that.
You got to put those people over, but it's not going to be like Cena versus
It's
Wyatt.
like The Undertaker. It's like The Undertaker at Mania in a Fatal 4-Way. Like,
a tag team match.
Yeah, you just
I mean,
you don't want to.
It has happened once. Taker versus A-Train and Big Show, but that was it.
Yeah, that was in 2003. Yeah,
WrestleMania 19.
Yep, that did happen in Seattle. I remember that. But I mean, you're not going to be. I don't know, man. Like, if they do a triple threat, if they do Usos, New Day, and Miz and Morrison, I'm okay with that. Yeah. But I'm really not, because I want this 2-on-2 match. You know, so yeah. At the end of the day, I got the Usos winning the tag titles at Mania in a 2-on-2 against Miz and Morrison.
Either with or without.
With or without the crowd, yeah, they're gonna win.
I don't know, because I don't have an opinion on Miz and Morrison. I like the Miz. I love Johnny Mundo, but I don't know if I like Johnny Morrison. Because, like, I don't know what they did with him when he came back. He just kind of went down.
Yeah.
So
well, that's kind of like everybody, you know?
I mean, yeah. I guess Usos could win. I wouldn't mind. Go for it. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I completely agree with you in that sense.
What's the worst that could happen? They have a bad title run? They got more tag teams they could just put the belts on. That's how
the Usos won't have a bad title run. The Usos will have a better title run than anybody out there right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably.
They're entertaining on the mic. They're great in the ring. They're a true legit tag team. I'm not saying Miz and Morrison aren't when they get together, but they're not they're singles competitors.
They're not brothers. Huh? They're not brothers. They're not blood.
No, and I'm not saying you don't have to be brothers to be a legit tag team, but I mean, you're talking like the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian and the Dudleys, Demolition, and you know the Bushwhackers. Like if you go back further, what's that?
The Four Horsemen.
The Four Horsemen, yeah. But they're not a tag team. I'm talking like tag teams.
Faction, yeah, they're not a tag team.
I'm not talking about factions or groups or stables or anything. I'm talking about tag teams. Like the Usos have always been tagged. They've never been single stars. Miz and Morrison, their careers are based off of their singles careers. And when they are together as a tag team, they are together because they are entertaining, not because they are a good tag team. And maybe they do some good stuff in the ring together, but nobody watches them because they are a tag team. They watch them because Miz is a great heel. Morrison's a great heel when they're together.
Yeah.
And they play off of each other pretty well. And that's why they are what they are. To me, though, don't waste the Usos. Use the Usos and have them win.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind, though, if, like, Morrison and Miz go on and do their own thing if they lose. Because I think their tag team, it's still entertaining, but I think Morrison is a good singles competitor, better than a tag team. Like
definitely.
What he did in Lucha Underground, what he did in Impact, what he did in where else did he go? He went like everywhere.
Yeah, he's definitely better off by himself. I agree.
And he could be a heel.
So is Miz.
Heel or babyface. Both of them are good. Heel or
Same with me.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said, what did you say? My bad. So, yeah.
There's also some other matches that might be thrown on the card. I just want to throw them out real quick if you guys want to give your thoughts. They're talking about Daniel Bryan and Shinsuke, Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn for the IC title.
It'd be a good match, but I feel as if Daniel Bryan's match last year with Kofi, that was a big match in terms of story and wrestling. And Daniel and Kofi might go down a little bit, it'll be a bit depressing, but they'll always put on a good match. And if that match was to happen, I would say the winner of that match would be Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Daniel needs his
no
title.
doubt.
Daniel needs his... Did he have it? Did he get a title? Oh, yeah, he got the WWE Championship.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to have to disagree.
No?
I think it's going to be Sami Zayn.
I can see that.
Sami
I can see
his title yet, so we don't know how he is as like
Yeah, he's. I think Sammy needs to win more than Daniel Bryan does, honestly.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But
No doubt.
Sammy as a chicken shit heel probably would mean that he would be dropping the belt at Mania.
Yep.
Sammy as a babyface though, that could be a long time.
Also, you might get one other match. I don't know if you'll get it, but you might get. Oh God, what is it now? It's Heavy Machinery and somebody with, or Heavy Machinery and somebody against Rude, Ziggler. Oh, it's Heavy Machinery and Mandy Rose versus Ziggler, Rude, and Sonya. That was what the rumor was. Don't know how quite that would make sense.
You see, originally the rumor was it would be Otis versus Dolph with Mandy as the ref.
Yeah, with Mandy as the ref. That would have been hilarious, in front of a crowd.
Yeah. Yikes.
One thing I can quickly point out in both scenarios. One, if Otis v Dolph was to happen, this would be Dolph's first ever one-on-one Mania match.
Yeah, and Dolph deserves that, but not against Otis. I'm sorry.
No.
And
sorry for this. We love you, really. We love you.
But also, that's almost like a slap in the face to Tucker Knight. And because it's like, Otis is more of the entertainer, but how could you discredit Tucker? They're a true tag team as well. If you talk about true tag teams, but they're more amateurs than the other guys we were talking about, but they're still good in the ring. They're still really good at what they do, and they're really good entertainers.
Both are amazing in the ring for their sizes.
Yeah, so how could you put Otis in a singles match?
I think Otis would be fine in a single match. He'd be completely fine, let's be honest.
Oh, I think he would, yes, and the story fits. But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's fair to Tucker Knight because...
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
So I don't know how that six-person mixed tag would work. I don't think they're going to do it anymore because there's no crowd. I think they stopped kind of doing that. Yeah. I don't think it's a big enough match for no crowd at Mania, so I don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah, I agree. If it was to happen, though, I would say probably Heavy Machinery would win.
How about any stars that you don't think are going to make the card? What's going to happen with Braun Strowman?
No, I don't think he'll make the card.
No.
He will.
Who else is not going to make it? Lashley's not making it. Lashley? Where is he?
Well, Lashley, Rusev. How about Jeff Hardy was supposed to be coming back? And
he's coming back with his... Wait, did he? He was supposed to come back with his No More Words theme song. And
he didn't come back. Wasn't he supposed to come back on SmackDown?
Yeah.
He did. Last week.
No, this week. He said that he's coming back, he was supposed to come back yesterday.
Oh, no, so on the bump, he said that he is going to be returning with that theme song. So next time we see him on SmackDown, I think he will.
Yeah. That's,
But did I miss something? He returned?
Yeah, he returned.
He came back.
He faced Corbin and beat him.
Oh, right. I did see that. Right. See, this whole no crowd thing's throwing me off because it's wait, I don't remember him coming out. But now I remember him coming out, and it was really awkward because he was dancing to the ring and stuff, and there was just nobody there.
This is insane. That's all I gotta say. The amount of people not on Mania.
So does he make the Mania card?
Nah.
Probably not, but
pre-show match. If they had a battle royale, he would make it.
If they had a battle royale, then yeah.
Who else is out there, guys, that that might be big name that might not make the card. Like a lot of women. Well, we'll see the tag titles, which we didn't talk about. Kabuki Warriors, Bliss and Cross, probably.
Oh, dear God.
Don't know why we're doing that. I think Kabuki Warriors will win. I don't know why we're doing Bliss and Cross again, because it's like they've already had the title, so it's not even a big deal to me. Like, there's so many... Huh?
I completely forgot they had the titles.
Yeah, and for me, it's just not big enough to, like, care about.
No.
Exactly.
So there's other tag teams there.
We got a few more things to talk about, you know.
Yep.
On the other side, you know, talking about Hardy, let's just talk about Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy.
Let's go for it. Let's I guess I'll go. I didn't expect it because he's supposed to do an indie show in a few days, and I thought last week was his week to come because he had the Young Bucks on, but, you know, they kind of swerved us. I thought he was going to be the Exalted one, to be honest. And, we'll talk about that next. But, yeah, I think Matt Hardy in AEW is a very good move. It's going to be very interesting to see, because it's broken Matt Hardy. It's no more like North Carolina Matt Hardy. It's delete, like I'm going to bite your face off, like that Matt Hardy. It's no more.
Yeah.
I like Broken better. Broken Matt.
Yeah.
My dad got me into Broken Matt, so.
They did a good job at bringing him in, even though there was, again, I don't mean to keep sounding repetitive, but no crowd. And
AEW pulled it off. Somehow.
They definitely pulled it off with the music. They pulled it off with the music, and they pulled it off with the way he motioned delete, but they had some other type of. They were putting some other. I don't know if it was a sound effect or if it was just the piano, and it kind of just. It did it for me, you know what I mean? Like, it was okay. It was. It wasn't weird that he was doing that and nobody was chanting with him. They made it feel okay for me. When I watched it, I felt like it was fine. You know, I felt like it was fine. Again, like, he's not somebody. It would have been really cool to see a crowd there. Like, imagine the AEW crowd for the first time ever seeing Matt Hardy. I'm thinking that would have been probably, to date, probably one of the biggest pops in the AEW.
He did the Jericho podcast. He said that last week he was supposed to go, but, like, the state didn't allow him to fly drones in, like, in the building. So he had to wait for this. And then he said that, like, if he did it with people, people would notice it while, like, they were telling Jericho to just keep going on and keep calling random people idiots on the roster. So it would have been weird if he was doing that and people already, like, were not paying attention and saw the drone. So it would have kind of been awkward, like, if he kept talking with the crowd. But I think
But on TV, you can you heard the drone. I knew right away. I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool, man.
What's going on here?
That was cool.
It was cool. Will, I feel like you're gonna say the same exact thing that we said.
I mean, yeah, because I share a lot of same opinions, really. But other than, I feel like, AEW definitely made it good the way that they entered it. But I feel like this is the same thing. I don't want to really compare about how well they did, only because, again, times right now are tough. But yeah, I do agree they did it well. And, you know, as soon as the drone hit, then, we all knew who it was. But I'll talk about this a little bit more once we get to that point in about a minute or two. But I never thought he'd be the Exalted one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, speaking of which, the Exalted one, Brody Lee.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
I love that. He's one of my favorites, so.
That is absolutely awesome for him.
Yeah.
He's going to tear shit up.
I think that was his role. That was his role, dude. Matt Hardy could have done the role, but, like, Brody Lee has the character for it. Matt Hardy
Who was it that made a comment about... Somebody made a comment about... I think it was Brody Lee when he was in, like, that tunnel there. And, like, right before he pulled his hood down, or, like, right after he pulled his hood down, he said something along the lines of, they may not listen to you in another world, but he goes, in this world, they do. And I think what he was trying to refer to was the WWE. It was definitely what he was referring to. And those weren't the words he used it, but he used some words along the lines of, I haven't been listened to in the past, I haven't been given a chance, but now I am. So that was, they just love taking shots at the WWE, which again, like Will said, we shouldn't be doing that, especially at the time of right now, but that wasn't so much targeted on the current present time of wrestling, that was targeted on like past years.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Where he was mistreated.
He talked. He actually cut a promo. He didn't talk at all in WWE. Oh, my bad, Will. Sorry, I just had to put that out there.
It's all good. But by far, the best line of the promo is when he said, "You're not the first old man who didn't believe in me."
Yes, that was what it was, Will. That's what it was. You're not the first old man that didn't believe in me. Yeah, yes, that's what he said. Okay.
I'm just
Can you believe that he debuted on Wednesday and then on Friday on SmackDown they showed him during the Bray Cena match?
Wait, did he get money? Did he get money off of that?
No.
I mean, obviously they keep him on the network, but they could have found ways to cut him out. They had a couple close-up shots of him and stuff, and it was really strange because as soon as they put that match on, the first thing they showed, one of the first things they showed was Rowan with the mask, the sheet mask.
Yep.
And they didn't show Harper after that. So it went on for a couple minutes, and I'm thinking, okay, they probably found ways to cut out different camera angles, and they're not going to show him. But then later in the match, they started showing him on the apron. He got up on the apron a couple times. They did a couple close-up shots of his face outside the ring. They filmed him pacing back and forth, and I was like, wow, I can't believe they actually didn't find ways to cut him out, because they gave him a pretty good amount of TV time on national television, on Fox, not even on their network. So that was very, very surprising to me. Maybe it was just because the times we're in, they're kind of getting lazy with things. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the Exalted One, man, yes. Brody Lee, which is his indie name. He's gonna kill him, man.
It's like Moxley. He's insane like that. Wait, is he? Yeah, he is, right? He did all the death matches as Brody Lee.
Oh, Brody Lee, he was nuts, man.
Moxley versus Brody Lee. Make it happen.
For the title.
Blood and guts.
Give me that title match right away. Soon as the crowd, dude.
The next AEW title match will probably be between Hardy and Moxley, but then I think if Moxley was to lose the titles, anyone would beat Brody Lee.
Yeah. They already announced
definitely should be
Hardy versus Jericho for next week.
I know.
To win. Yeah, for AEW. They announced it.
Wow, first week Hardy's there. They're doing a WWE match, huh?
Yep.
Dude, Cody loves just slapping them in the face, man.
I mean, they slapped him in the face for years, dude.
I know. I know. I just think it's funny how every time he has the opportunity, he takes a shot, man. That's... Yep.
No.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Exactly. Right.
What do you guys think about MJF and Shawn Spears in the crowd? And I think it was there were a couple other guys in the crowd too. That was kind of a nice little.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
it just showed that WWE could do that, but they chose not to.
Yeah. I think it was it was out. They thought outside the box. It was kind of humorous to me because it was funny. Obviously, anything with MJF is funny, and I think putting him in the crowd was a great idea, especially with Shawn Spears. And then they did some interviews with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was weird to have them out there, but it was cool. Because it almost felt like, I don't know, did they get involved with anything throughout the night?
I don't think so.
No, they didn't. No, they were just
so I was just I was kind of waiting for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was kind of waiting for them to get involved, and that never really happened. So I think they could do that in the future. Normally, I would say they fell short, but obviously they're going to be running on empty arenas for a while, so I think they're going to kind of tap into that at some point.
They AEW, Orange Cassidy was amazing in front of no
he's the
crowd.
man.
Orange Cassidy is the greatest thing of all time.
In front of no crowd. You know how much pops he gets with a crowd? He did the same thing. No crowd, and it was just as great.
Yeah.
He's still...
Because he's a dude that can survive with no crowd, because he's just, laid back, and...
Yeah.
He doesn't even notice there's no crowd, you know what I mean? That's the funniest thing.
Yeah.
He probably is staring out of his eyes, and his eyes are not even doing anything. They're just there.
Yep. Just staring straight ahead.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, he needs the mid-card belt. If they ever introduce one, he's got to get it. It would be hilarious him defending the title against,
What kind of title?
Like a mid-carder title, like the IC title or a US title, or like an AEW mid-card title.
Dude, make him the AEW champion someday.
Oh, he will be. He will be, in my opinion.
It would be hilarious, him versus Jericho. Him just
everyone's free range for me. Everyone in the AEW, because it's such a new thing still. It's so fresh and new. And even if you've had a career somewhere else, I could see anybody. It's different than WWE, where there's so many different stars and so many different young guys coming up through this.
Maybe not the librarian.
What's that?
Maybe not the librarian. Probably not him.
No. Hell no. Please no.
No. But there's so many different options. Even Matt Hardy, who is so much older. And because, look, Chris Jericho is champion. So
he's 50, man.
Yeah. So Matt Hardy, Orange Cassidy, MJF. I don't know.
Who else? Chris Statlander.
Jake Hager.
Pac, yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of options, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's everything I want to cover. That's everything off my notes.
That's all I got, guys. It's been a crazy world. It's been a crazy world inside of wrestling and outside.
Exactly. Well, we're going to wrap it up there then, guys. But we want to, again, say thank you for Deez, Joey Deez, for joining us once again.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it always.
I hope you enjoyed this more than an hour episode.
Oh, yeah.
We were on it for an hour and a half on Skype, so it's probably an hour and 10 on YouTube. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Tucker Chin, follow Deez Joey Deez on Instagram. Follow Will on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to Tucker Chin. And, yeah, that's it. Peace.
Before we sign off real quick, I just want to say once again, no matter what's going on around us, we are all in this together. We are stronger together as a race and as a species, whatever you want to call us. It doesn't matter. We will get through this because we've done a lot worse. But, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for spending your time with us. If you like the video, give the video a like. And always remember to tuck your chin.
Peace.